Welcome back to DaBoot Tragedies. We're going to talk about this defense, specifically what can we do better, is it fixable, and things of that nature. We're going to kind of go through player by player from the entire defense, starters, bench players, who should be playing, who shouldn't, things like that. And we'll start with the defensive line, no other than Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan has been solid to start the season. He hasn't been, going crazy. He hasn't been awful. I think last year he started off the season really, really bad. This year, he's off to a better start. Would like to see more from him in the pass rush. Asking a lot from him. He has 3.5 sacks this year. That's on pace for about 10 sacks. Like I said, I would like him to finish with around 14 to 15 sacks. That is asking a lot for somebody that's 33, tail end of his career, but he's still very, very good, especially against the run. Then we have his backup, Tano Passanio. We haven't really seen anything from him this year. He's played sparingly. Cam Jordan's a healthy guy. He's going to play a lot of snaps, so we really haven't seen much from him. Then we have Shad Tuttle, good against the run game, not a real threat in the pass rush, attack. Would like to see a better play from him and Anyamata up front. We could just kind of talk about them as a duo package. The defensive tackles haven't been that good this year. Just being honest, we've given up a lot of rush yards, a lot of carries up the middle. Those defensive tackles have to be better. The two backup defensive tackles, I would like to see more from them this year as the year goes on. Kentavious Street and Malcolm Roach. I feel like every time they're out there, they're making plays. They've honestly played better, in my opinion, than the first two guys. Anyamata is still really, really good. He just has to get going, man. He's too good of a player, not to be mentioned. At least once a quarter, he should be making the play where, like, okay, that's David Anyamata. But we're just not getting that. Carl Granderson, he hasn't played as much as well just because, Marcus Davenport's healthy right now, and he's healthy. You have to put him out there. And last but not least, Peyton Turner. Yeah, man. I ain't got nothing on that one. My man's just been healthy scratches, injury, just everything on that first-round pick. So it is what it is for him. On to the linebackers Pete Warner and Demario Davis, what could we say? The best two players on the team this year. They've both been out there. Pete Warner's been a stud. Demario Davis has been playing better as of late. Now he's looking like that all-pro Demario. Those two guys are leading the way. They're playing well. I can't complain about, anything they're doing. Also, Kaden Ellis, he's been a pleasant surprise this year. He's not the greatest linebacker in the world, but he's not bad. He's out there on pass rush situations. He's out there dropping the coverage on some plays. He's been pretty good this year in his little small role that he's playing. I liked everything I've seen from him so far. Maybe he'll get more opportunity. We'll see. But it's going to be hard with Pete Warner and Demario Davis out there. Now we can go to the cornerbacks, the secondary. This is honestly what I want to talk about anyway. The secondary has been the worst part of this team by far. By far. I remember coming into the season, I did a ranking of positions, and I think I had secondary first. I might have had them first on the list, and they have performed the worst, which is crazy. I legit had those guys being the best position group on the team, and it's been by far the worst. And we'll start with Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo has not been good this year. I know he's coming off that ankle injury. He was having a stellar preseason, stellar training camp, mini camp, but he got hurt, and he hasn't been the same guy. He hasn't looked good throughout 3 games. Hopefully he gets back on the right track. Not even hopefully. He has to get back on the right track, especially with Lattimore being out. He's cornerback 1 right now, and he's performing nowhere near cornerback 1 or cornerback 2, maybe not even a cornerback 3 at the moment, so he has to play better. And we could briefly touch on Marshawn Lattimore. When he's out there, he's a stud. It's simple as that. Like I said, Jefferson got the best of him, but that's okay. It happens. Other than that, he's been a stud this year. He's been locked down. We needed him against the Bengals, as you can tell. When you don't have cornerback 1 out there, look what wide receiver 1s do. If that cornerback 1 is not there, this reminds me of the old Saints. When we couldn't guard a receiver, and we're giving up 40, 50 points a game, man. When Drew Brees was throwing for 5,000 yards a year just to go 7-9, that's what that defense reminds me of right now. It's bad. When Marshawn Lattimore's there, we can at least take one receiver out the game, or pretty much, key in on one receiver. He's not going to go off on you, and that's what we're missing against the Bengals. When he's out there, he's all pro caliber, Pro Bowl caliber, whatever you want to call it. He's a stud. We know that. Then we have Bradley Roby, who's cornerback 3, kind of our nickel guy, but he's playing a lot of outside this year just because we've had injuries and things like that. He has been up and down and up and down. I'm tired of it. He has to be more consistent. Just because he's been playing everywhere. That's the one pass I'll give him. He's been playing everywhere. He's played left corner. He's played right corner. He's played nickel. So the Saints are putting him in a lot of different positions, and it's not helping. Hey, just pick a position for him and keep him there. That's what I always say, man. If a guy goes down, let's not move someone else. and then put someone else in his spot. Now you got two guys out of position. Like, for instance, I'm saying if Lattimore's hurt and you got Roby and the DaBoot at right corner and nickel, just keep them there and replace Lattimore with somebody else. Instead, you move Roby to Lattimore's spot. Now you have to put somebody in Roby's spot. Now you have two guys out of position, two new guys instead of just one new guy, if that makes sense. If y'all following that, let me know in the comments. But the quarterback play, just in general, they just have to be better. It's been pretty bad, man. Justin Evans, I don't know where we're counting him at. He's been playing nickel, safety role. I'm not going to kill him. It's Justin Evans, man. He was out the league for a long time. He's out there. He's trying. He's doing his thing sometimes. He's getting beat sometimes. It just is what it is, man. He's not a starter in this league, but we've thrown him into the starting lineup just because by force. We've had to. JT Cray, we saw him out there at safety. I'm cool on it. Special teams ace, a beast on special teams. A beast at safety. He's had to play as well. It's not going well from him. Not going to kill him from that. He didn't sign up for it. Well, I mean, he kind of did. But we know he's a special team guy. That's why he was signed. Now the two safeties, the starting safeties. Tyran Matthew, I've kind of said my piece on him. I've said my piece. I'm not saying it's over with, but it's looking bad. It's looking real bad for him. I do think it's some things we can do to get him involved, better in this defense. And my thing is to put him on a line of scrimmage. Have him guard running backs, have him guard tight ends, have him blitzing. I do not want to see him deep. I do not want to see him trying to make touchdown stopping tackles. I've seen enough. Put him on a line of scrimmage. Let him get close to the ball. Let him chase. Let him quarterback spy. We're playing the Cardinals this week. So, hey, if you want to put him in a box as an extra linebacker, let him just follow Murray. Let him make plays. That's what he does. This deep third, this football where he's playing within this system, it's not working. You have to let him free, let him run wild, let him be a football player. That's the only hope for him. Marcus May, when he's out there, he's been solid. He's not anything major, but he's a good player. Just got to get healthy, stay on the field. But he's a good player when he's out there. It's just hard when you see Marcus Williams be an all-pro safety in that deep third to watch this safety play right now because it's bad. So, hey, those safeties have to play better, especially Tyran Matthew, because hey, he's about one snap away from me calling for Daniel Sorensen. Like, it can't get any worse, right? So, man, this defense has to play better. Dennis Allen has to get locked in on this defense. I know he has to worry about the offense as well because that's his job now, but this defense has to get it together. Hey, if our offense give us 28 points, we should win every game. I'm sorry. The defense needs to carry us. We're running the ball for 200-plus yards, putting up some points now. Defense have to catch up. Special teams playing well. Will Lutz is out there. Blake Gillen is doing his thing. Defense, they're killing us right now. And with the Cardinals coming and Hopkins returning and no Lattimore, it's going to be another tough week. We can't go 2-5 or this season's basically kapoof, done, finito, finished. Let me know in the comments what y'all thinking, man. How can we fix this defense? What should we do? Should we, bench somebody, start somebody? Even go after a trade or free agency, something like that, man. I didn't mention Chris Harris, but, I mean, we just signed him off the street. No offense to him, but, he was legit. Not playing with anybody. We signed him. We got a cornerback wearing number 19 out there. That's how hurt we are right now. But, hey, he's out there giving effort. That's all you can really ask for, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this video. And as always, this is DaBoot Tragedies, and I'm out.